Three.
Woo, welcome back, y'all.
We're here. We're back. We're stronger. We're better. Smarter.
Except for everybody in the NFL who keep getting injured. Just injury after injury.
You know, it's so sad. Like,
oh my gosh.
Sports right now are in a weird moment because it's like if it's not rebuilding, it's injuries.
Right.
And I can't handle that.
It seems like every other like half an hour there's another like NFL post where it's just somebody else is injured. Like
it's so sad.
I think I saw today Travis Hunter is going in for knee surgery, so he's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Crazy, dude.
I've got the list here. Jackson Dart was out this week with a concussion.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was bound to happen.
well, yeah, but now the Giants coach got fired as well.
Yep.
So
that.
Which is crazy because I mean you can't really blame him. He's got like nothing to work with anymore.
I'm surprised.
Everybody's going down with like catastrophic injury.
Right.
How long has he been the coach for the Giants?
I think this was his third or fourth year, something
Okay,
like
so
that.
then that's the only way I could see
Yeah.
why. But like this season in particular, I would say it's the first time like there seemed like there was hope.
Yeah.
But it's just the injury bug, man. Like injuries on everything. Scatabo, like when the season was starting, was like your first
Felt
call out,
so
and I'm
bad
like,
for
and
him.
it instantly just like
Yep.
ended.
Dude.
Yep.
What do you expect? Like that's crazy.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Let's,
He'll find somewhere.
Yeah, let's see here what else is. Let's see here. Of course, now my iPad froze.
Well, someone else for Jacksonville too, wasn't it? It was Travis and someone else.
I think so.
Because I remember seeing that being like two of the receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever Travis is
Two
today.
somethings?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but Garrett Wilson's out. With the Jets gutted
He
their
stays
whole
out.
Yeah, but the Jets gutted their whole like team
We have
recently.
two
Yeah.
wins now, baby.
Yeah, but they did you see everybody was getting just thrown? Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
At this
Just
point, they're like,
rough.
I mean, you might as well.
yeah, what do you do at that point? Especially when you have nothing to lose.
Right.
You're just kind of like, whatever, screw it.
And Devontae Adams is out with his oblique. But apparently that's only going to be like a 1 or 2 week thing. So we'll see. See here, Joe Burrow was officially coming back for practice though. This is his first week that he was allowed to actually practice. So
if you're the Bengals, right? Do we know what the record is, or do we have that on the top of hand?
Oh, I can get it.
yeah, they've been doing hit or miss really.
Because I know they've lost a couple winnable games.
Yeah,
Their defense stinks.
yeah.
So if you're Cincinnati, do you go, let's see what we can do with Burrow and risk him getting hurt further, or do you just go, let's just give you
So they're 3-6. I mean,
with the cruddy defense
yeah.
and a quarterback who's super injured?
But with Flacco.
Yeah.
And then Pittsburgh is leading their conference at 5-4, so they're not
it's
even
not a
that far
huge
back.
difference.
They're
Yeah,
2
it's not a
games.
huge difference. So well, maybe you give it a shot then.
Yeah. Then you also have Dalton Kincaid from tight end from the Bills.
More, dude.
Unfortunate.
That Bills game.
Yeah.
We'll get into the games, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah, just a
It was
lot.
atrocious.
Yeah. Trying to see any other notables that went. Those are the big ones that were this last week. A bunch of people that are just still out. It's just incredible.
At what point do we go? Like, do you think this is one of the like top injury prone seasons?
It's
I don't know
up
about
there.
top. I don't know
There's a
because
lot of
But
I
it
feel
seems like it.
Seems like it.
I feel like because we're in it and it's an exciting year
Yeah.
maybe.
A lot of
But I
big.
think-
It's a lot of big names
Maybe
Yeah.
that's
getting
it.
injured.
Maybe it's because it's bigger names
Yeah.
that are kind of being involved in it. But
And I think people's names are lasting a really long time right now. Like,
Yeah.
I
So
mean, let's be honest, Tyreek Hill hasn't been Tyreek Hill since KC.
Right.
And it's like he got injured, and that's awful for him. And I do believe he still has the potential, but he hasn't had that season in a minute. He's just
Yeah.
got the name.
Right.
that's true. That's true.
I think it's like the time of social media and the time of big brands. Like everybody's building their
that's
brand.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what's the dude that we always talk about? Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Dude, he's a practice squad player.
Yeah.
If he got injured tomorrow, I would know about it. So, I don't think anybody's more injured than others. I think it's just we know about so much.
That's true. Yep.
Because the
true.
reporting is on it, dude.
Like the second someone sneezes and so-and-so has a
Yeah.
cold,
Yeah.
it's like, we'll find out in 2 days in their practice. And you're
Yeah.
like,
And if they're listed as questionable, there's a reporter at that person's house, like interviewing their maid, trying
Yeah.
to figure out what the scoop
That's
is.
true.
dude, the questionables used to be stressful because it would be like marked questionable like the
Yeah.
day before the game or the
Yeah.
day of a game. And now it's like
Dude.
3 days later.
Yeah.
You're like, what? How do they know so fast?
Yeah, it's really.
Their
it's
game's
really
on Sunday and
interesting.
it's Tuesday.
Now, the trade deadline, when is that?
That was
I
this
thought.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's why the Jets were just getting rid of everybody.
They
Cowboys
got rid
made
of
one
everybody.
trade.
Yeah,
We picked up a defensive whatever, but
yeah.
don't think the
I always
Viking-
hope for more.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think the
like,
Vikings really did anything either. So.
well, and then like it, obviously it was for a serious reason, but it's a shame about the Cowboys player too.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's super sad.
You got that. And Cowboys, I think, are just one of those like right now. I think if I'm them, I don't think. We need to revisit the video because I wish I wrote it down, but like where we were at this point when we were doing the guesses versus what they are currently.
I think we would have assumed about 500 because we said 500 on the season essentially, or one over.
Yeah, I think we did like one
over.
So,
I mean, I would assume all season you go 500, you just win one, lose one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that feels just like what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah. And can you believe it was only like 3 years ago we had like a great season?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like our good season seemed like so far ago,
so
long ago. And it's like, no, it wasn't.
Yep.
I will say I've talked to some Cowboys fans. Some feel this way, some don't, but some are secretly Packers fans because Packers now have the number one defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Micah leading the way. So as we hate Jerry, they're now rooting for Micah on the Packers.
It's like the Mavs.
And the Packers have no offense. I mean, it's not no offense. They don't have a great offense.
No, their defense is what's carrying a couple of those games.
Yeah.
And,
Well, especially since their tight end got out.
Tyler Kraft.
Yeah.
Which I had in fantasy.
I also in one of my
He
leagues.
put up some big numbers too.
Dude, between injuries and like bye weeks,
It's
it's
so bad.
untimed bye weeks from like my fantasy's just falling apart.
Yeah.
But it's like
But it's crazy because they're killing it, and that's because their defense is so good.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a FU to Jerry that
Yeah, you're.
well, if you're a Green Bay fan, you're only a couple good draft picks or trades away from being a threat.
Right.
Like
I mean, even right now they're 5-3, like, and the top of the conference is 6-3.
Wow.
They're not far out of any
one
standing.
behind first. Wow.
Well,
first?
but then you also have to think
Detroit.
It's tied with Chicago and Detroit.
Yeah.
Chicago, man, what a bounce.
And then
But the Vikings really aren't
are.
they're not that far back. We're kind of back, but we're also, but the thing is, we're 2-0 in the division. Despite all of our losses, we're the only, we're the only undefeated team in the division.
Right.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Look, this is a weird year. Like
Although
a couple losses.
I say that we haven't faced Green Bay yet, so technically Green Bay's only faced one of us in the division.
Yeah, they're gonna have their moment.
Right.
When do you play Green Bay? Do you know?
In a
couple
couple
weeks,
weeks.
right? Like it's pretty
I
soon.
like it.
Yeah.
So I remember us talking about it was like around the trade deadline where I'm like,
Yeah, it was a little bit afterwards.
because it's always the Green Bay game and the Detroit game, like when you play them again,
Right.
where it's like either the first time or again, where it's like that's the ones where you need to win those,
Yes.
and like one other scramble,
Yeah.
and just be like, okay, then that's
Yeah.
3 wins
Chicago's
right
next week, and then 2 weeks is our
weeks.
game against Green Bay. So.
Yeah, I talked a lot of mess about Caleb Williams. He's putting something together.
Dude,
They're getting wins.
Dude, they're one of the top-rated offenses this year.
Hey, you know what? Shout out. All right.
I think
Prove me wrong.
I saw a meme where it's like all of the NFL teams on one side and the
Right.
Bears. And have you guys scored 21 points in every single game? Well, obviously not. Yes.
Yeah.
Because they've scored at least 21 points in every game that they've
wild.
played. That's
Hey,
insane.
shout out.
But when you look back,
Don't listen to the haters like me.
no, well, dude, when we were, I will say though, we weren't completely haters because when we did,
Oh, no, I was
when we did
hating.
when we did our NFL recap,
Yeah.
they were 0-2.
Yeah.
I think they were the one that we were like,
They're gonna come
we
back.
could see them come back.
They
So,
could, because the
hater,
potential's there.
but also
Yeah.
like you didn't like at least here in this room, you didn't completely shut them out.
No.
Oh no, not completely.
They
but
just had an unlucky start.
I just hate
That
Chicago.
was really what it was.
they had an unlucky start, and Caleb Williams, he shows flashes of just being
absolutely,
good.
yeah.
But man, he is inconsistent. But he's being consistent right now, and I'll be honest, you say that about a lot of quarterbacks. It's not not like it's a Caleb Williams problem. It's just that's the position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of all the way around, because that's a hard position, quarterback in general.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're the thing. Now, I do have a stat about a quarterback that actually surprised me. Justin Herbert is playing behind the worst line, essentially, to ever
Oh, that poor
field.
man.
No, like statistically.
Statistically, literally the worst.
That's crazy.
They showed, and I thought it was a joke. I was like, oh, ha ha. They showed the thing, and it was like his center is 31 of 31 worst. His right guard was like
Oh my
29
gosh.
of whatever.
How the heck?
They were all like bottom 5 worst in their position, and they're all because they're second strings and
Right.
stuff.
That's behind Cincinnati.
And
I
dude-
feel like Cincinnati is atrocious too.
Dude, and yeah, but
they're horrible.
Herbert is doing something to put it together. I mean, he's not.
Right.
He's getting rid of the ball. I mean, the thing is, like, he's not holding.
Because where are they?
Long time.
Where are they placed right now? They are.
They are on the league. They're 7-3, which
right
puts
there.
them tied
yeah.
for third.
So they're
Wow.
one behind Denver. Denver's looking great. I mean, I don't know. Was
Bo
Denver
Nix
one
is
that
killing
we talked about when they were
We
like...
said they were going to be.
Yeah, they said they're going to be, because they were like
Denver.
right on the cusp of that.
Because Bo Nix is killing.
Yeah, Bo Nix is
So-
doing great. Their defense has been unstoppable as well.
It's
They've
gonna
been
be
putting
an
up some
interesting
numbers.
postseason, you know?
Now, I say Herbert, he's doing really well. You got to give some credit to the coaching staff.
Oh, yeah.
Their whole pass scheme is now, we're going to go for 3 yards at a time.
Yep, but
Our passes look like runs. But,
But
I
honestly,
mean,
what's the problem with that? Like, people think they have to
play
throw
to your
12 yards.
play to your roster.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if all the time I have is for you to run 4 yards, great,
Yep.
you ran 3 and I'm throwing fast.
But that's all you need. Every
Throw
2
quick.
plays, every
Yeah.
3 plays, that's a first down, and that's all you need. And you keep plugging away. And
I
it's
kind of
working.
wish more coaches would, look at that and go, yeah, we can change it up completely. And because I'll be honest, short game passes like that, not like the meta right now in football. Everybody wants either the option or just a long bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
Wide receivers like that too.
Oh, absolutely. Gets their numbers up.
You've got Justin Jefferson, we've got CD.
Yep.
They all love to run the 40, 50.
Like
Just
need that
huge
bonus
routes
maybe.
being thrown. Yep, absolutely. But
Well-
if you can just throw a quick screen pass though, and you get that big tight end, big running back.
Yeah.
It's great.
We were laughing, or I was at the beginning, where I'm like, people forget what tight ends are kind of for.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're there to kind of help you be an extra protector,
Yeah.
or to get you the few
Exactly.
3 or 4 yards. Like they're not meant to be the long ball.
Yeah,
No.
Like Gronk and like a Kelsey are like the kind of in betweens.
Like
where
the
they
tight
can.
end and a fullback are both very underrated positions when it comes to that.
I agree. I agree.
You and your fullback.
I love the fullback, my favorite position in
Yeah.
football. All right.
Well, and it's like the 3 or 4 yard pass is kind of like the 2-point equivalent.
Yeah.
Where it's like 2 points matter. Like
Yes.
yes, 3 is more.
Yeah.
And 10 yards get you farther.
For sure.
But
what's
these
more
matter.
reliable,
You get
yeah.
4 downs. Like
Yeah.
get you close. That's why I think it was last season, right before Dak got hurt, where it was like he was just kept throwing bombs. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it's 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Get you
Right.
5 yards farther.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
throw a
one
small pass.
one play at a time.
Yeah. Or
right?
use your running back who you barely touch.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The biggest thing that pisses me off whenever I see a coach doing this, and the Vikings have done it for multiple coaches, so I don't know about the Cowboys, when you're 3rd and long and you go for a run. Like, why?
Oh,
why on
yeah.
earth? Like, if you're like 5 yards out, maybe, but if you're past 5 yards, you're 3rd and 10. Why the heck are you running the ball?
I mean,
There's
unless you see like a drop, like a prevent, they're playing long
But there's
out,
no
it's like-
design. There's very rare a design play, even if you have the greatest running. But you could have Adrian Peterson, you could have Saquon Barkley, you could have whoever. They're not making it 10 yards.
10 yards, no.
7 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
how many-
It's a problem, and
Yeah.
it really is. Like, and I get it. Like, you do want to catch somebody off guard, right?
But still.
I don't.
And then you end up getting maybe a couple yards, and then you're
You're
punt.
just punting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, like you said, the 3 and 10, I think is the one time don't run it. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when you like.
There's
okay,
no
let's go for
reason
the
to.
10
Right.
yarder.
Yeah.
But like that's what your first 2 downs are kind of for.
And
Like,
honestly,
get closer,
half the time,
go.
I would rather run the pass play and see my quarterback take off.
Yeah.
Because
Or
at
do-
least we've spread the field.
That's
or-
the one time it kind of
Or do a
works out.
quick like blitz read and then throw it out
Yeah.
to your. At that point, throw it out to your running
Yep.
back for a little screen, and then you're good.
Yes. So I agree. And nothing against the running backs.
Yeah.
It's just that's not their play.
I'm sure there's a coaching
Damn running
statistical reason for it. I just don't know it. Like,
I would want to be in the writers' room.
It would be
like,
interesting.
tell
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
why do you do this?
I would love to know like what's the coaching decision there? Is
Yeah.
it like you're just trying to like stop the bleeding?
I would
or-
love to know like the statistics behind some of that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
why are we calling this?
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
and I get that there's an amount of like secrecy to game
Yeah.
plans and stuff, but I would love to hear more coaches go out and say, "All right, here's my reason." Like Gruden has been doing that a little bit.
Gruden has been doing it.
But I'd love to hear them go, "Hey, here's my
Do
reason."
you know who's really good?
Hmm.
Kind of off the coaches, but he was a quarterback. His name's Kurt Benkert, and now he plays Madden on like Twitch or something.
Okay.
But he will break down games
Interesting.
sometimes
That's
for
cool.
like ESPN.
That's
I've seen
cool.
him on ESPN. Pat McAfee has him on every
Okay.
now and then.
Okay.
And he will break down, but he has the actual playbook. He's like, yeah, I'll bring my playbook and I'll just tell you what.
Huh.
And he'll pause it and it'll be like one screen and he'll be there for like 30 minutes, dude. Like, you got this read going this way, and the defense has been showing this all
See,
game.
that's what I want to know. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so you did think about this.
Like I love the breakdowns on like ESPN when they
Yeah.
do like the quarterback vision, where they take a quick clip of, all right, he reads his first option, then you see the field of vision go that way, and then all that.
Well, and I think casual fans forget that it's a progression of a game. So
Yeah.
like the quarterback has lined up and seen this defense 5 times in a row. Like we've snapped the ball 5 times. They've been in this set 5 times. I know exactly where that linebacker's going.
Yeah.
He's going the same place every time they do this. So it's like, as a casual fan, I'll sometimes be like, oh, you should have done this. And it's like, no, the linebacker's literally been like he's rushed the same B gap every time while we run a play there. Yeah. That's what they've been, so.
It's interesting because I feel like even though like we ultimately know what coaches do, I feel like it's still one of the most secretive positions.
It really is.
Like we don't really know. You're like, what is your thought?
Like they do a lot of decision making, and you see a lot of the obvious ones, but there's so much that is thought process behind that. Because like they say, it's a big chess game. It really is, where it's like they have to make certain decisions to tweak versus other. I'll
be honest. I think OCs and defensive coordinators are probably the biggest difference maker.
Oh yeah.
Because the head coach, it depends on your head coach, of course.
Honestly, Dan Campbell.
We're not going to give a blanket on head coach. It's kind of like owners. Your mileage may vary, but generally speaking, like the head coach is, he's the direction of the ship.
Yeah.
How in the world we get there? Hey buddy, I'm gonna put the guy on the roster. Right. DC, figure it out. Make sure if you throw one more thing, I'm telling GM to fire you anyway. So
like I saw a breakdown of Dan Flores for the Vikings. His they broke down how he does his pressures because obviously he's one of the highest blitzing quarterbacks. To the quarterback. And versus our win versus the Lions, they broke it down where it's like they pressured Goff so much and did it where they had 5 linemen up front, couple drop back, 1 or 2 safeties, but the way that they lined up the middlemen, it was in such a way that you couldn't tell if they were going to go forward or drop back.
Right.
And it's like that's such a cool way of like, all right, picking out one player to go for it, picking out one player to drop back. And I think they even they broke it down where every time that Montgomery, as the running back, was going to be a pass blocker, they picked him out to blitz because he was not as big as
because you always want your running back to be the one having to take the blitz.
Well, but it was specifically with Montgomery because he's smaller than Gibbs, and so Gibbs can block a little bit harder, they found out.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And so all of the sacks, or most of the sacks, came when Montgomery was their pass blocking.
Interesting. Yeah. Hey, I mean, if you find a weakness, find a weakness.
It's like, and that's the thing. It's like the amount of tape that they have to go through and game film to watch. It's like
to notice that's where their weakness is. Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, and that's where you hear like the study of a great quarterback or a great position player, where it's like I think it was like was it Pomalu? Where he would like break down
everything.
For Pittsburgh, and he would study everything, and he would call out
his luscious curls,
his head shoulders.
Oh, it was beautiful.
But then you had like Brady at the same time, who was such a great quarterback, and his whole complaint were like quarterbacks don't know how to read defenses anymore. Because that's all where it is.
Peyton Manning had the same comment. He agreed with him.
Because they always say it's like if you have to pull an audible, you may not be able to get that read from the coordinator in your helmet yet. You have to see it and identify it immediately just by sitting there in the 30 seconds that you have. Well, less than that. It's really 10 seconds or 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Well, and everybody, we've played Madden. We've all played casual football. Yeah. But there's this VR where you're the quarterback and it has like a timer. I can't remember what stadium it's in, but it's a stadium and you go in the room and it's like a thing.
Gosh.
And in the pocket, 3 seconds is forever.
That's if you get a good offensive line.
Yeah, I'm talking you're an elite level.
Is it 1, 2, 3 or is it 1 Mississippi 2? There's a huge difference.
There's a big difference. But they put they'll take reporters and media and stuff in there. Dude, nobody can read it.
No.
Because you're at the snap and it's like, okay, you've got time going. Don't get a delay of game. Okay, you gotta snap the ball. You gotta tell if there's a blitz. You gotta tell this, and everybody just moves so fast.
And it's don't forget to make your motion or signal the motion if there is a motion on the play.
Even the simplest, like you'll see. I love when media gets up there because everybody writes all that hot takes and the thing, and then they get there and it's like they're just throwing straight interceptions. Like, you threw into the one guy that had 4 people next to him. How'd you manage that?
That's even if you're like starting a shotgun position too. Yeah. It's like, all right, I got a little bit of time. No, you don't. No, you do not.
So funny. Those are the quarterbacks are the ones that can find Waldo in half a second.
That's exactly
for sure.
Like they have to. Oh, there he is.
I wonder if that's like part of their like training where it's like it's a sportified where's Waldo.
It wouldn't surprise me.
They just have Waldo, I Spy, and like
it's the same kind of thing where like F1 they practice where I think they have the fake controllers that they have. And you time where you can hit green go at that point. And so they test what fraction of a second
makes sense.
that they
such
go.
A snap effort.
Yeah,
like
just quick reaction.
You'd have to. It's interesting because what would be your drills? It's obviously football, practice, but like just to your eyes have to adjust to like searching fast.
Well, I know there was a study for player wide, and this is not necessarily for quarterbacks, but for players in general of how well they can identify positions of the ball and like actually like capture hand motion. And I think it was LSU did it for Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson their year. Justin Jefferson apparently could switch dominant eyes. That's why
I've heard of this.
That's why he's so good, because most people have their dominant eye and are good. All right, if the ball's coming here, I can see better at that. Right. He could change the dominate eye, so if it's coming this side, he can coordinate better this side. He can coordinate better that side.
Such a random thing to learn about yourself at 20.
Right, but I mean that's the
he
study
went 20 years not knowing that.
Right.
Yeah, he could have gone 20 more and been okay.
But they wanted to figure out what makes him that much better.
Sure. But
and it shows.
How weird is it to learn something about it? Yeah, I can do that. Totally.
Totally.
Yeah. Learn that hard way.
Well, it's like, was it a few years? Because how long's Brady been retired? A few years?
Yeah.
Whenever he won the last
5 years, something like that.
Whenever he won his last Super Bowl, right? I remember there was like for like a minute there was like some slander on like him being one of the great, because you're like, oh, he's the greatest of all time, right? And then like this, and somebody was arguing about it, and they're like, dude, like the quarterback position is much different than what I think people think it is. Like you're the leader of the team. Like you have to be the one not only just throw the ball, but like what we're talking about with like how quick you have to do different reads and scopes and how fast you have to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then also the proof is in like, he not only the Patriots championships, and I'm not a big Tom Brady person, but like,
of course,
you know, the Patriots, and then as soon as it's like they had a different quarterback in Tampa Bay,
as
soon as he got there, they won. So
exactly.
It's like, there's something that
it's also like leadership ability too, because it's like the same amount of like what kind of environment do you bring as a quarterback and as a player, as a leader to that team, and he has the experience for it going into Tampa. And like again, I'll be the first one to rag on the Patriots if they're doing bad, but it's like at the same time, you really can't argue with his results over all of the years. You could say a lot of it's Belichick, but he got away from Belichick and won too. So you can't really say that either. So it's incredible.
Well, I feel like football, at least for me, like the one sport where it's kind of harder to argue who's the greatest of all time, because like with basketball, it's always like LeBron or MJ, or some people go like Kareem or whatever. Yeah. And then like, I'm sure in golf, y'all probably have ones where you're like, well, it's this person or this person.
It's either like Tiger or Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus.
Rory. And then like in a ton of sports, there's like one, you can always kind of like have an argument.
Yeah.
With football, I'm like, I'm not a Brady fan, but it's kind of hard because it's not just a championship.
Honestly.
It's proof in the pudding kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like no one before him.
You could have your greatest of all positions where, you know, you could have your arguable at that one. Where it's like, all right, running back, is it Emmitt Smith or, who's it going to be?
Positions is a good
one. But at the same time, for greatest of all player, I would really be in the same boat of like, it's hard to argue anybody else besides Tom Brady for the impact.
And it's because no one did it before him. There's nothing to reference before him. And there's like, you can have your favorite quarterbacks, or like who's your favorite Green Bay, or who's the best like.
And you could have
Cowboys
people who are dominant, like more dominant for a year or two or three, but not for. He has 3 separate Super Bowl eras. Or, Hall of Fame era careers in the first third of his career, the middle third of career, and his last third of career. All individually, any one of those would be Hall of Fame careers.
Well, then you look at how it started, like his draft position.
Yeah.
He wasn't even the starting quarterback.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, like he went in just because, old boy got injured, and then he became the greatest quarterback of all time, or player of all time.
Just imagine the coach had something against him. We just missed the best football player ever.
Right.
Yeah, I remember being in 7th grade, and my English teacher loved Tom Brady. So I'm trying to think, if I was in 7th grade, it was probably like 2002, 2001. And so, like,
big Michigan fan, huh?
Dude, she loved him. We would go in there, and she had his stuff everywhere. And it was like, he was still like relatively new at the time. I'm like, Tom Brady sucks. And then like years, and like eventually he'll stop. Kind of like LeBron.
Yep.
Like, we can't deal with this much longer than 10 years go by. Oh, he's got to retire, and he's here 10 more years go by. And you're like, oh!
The tweet of the one reporter. He's hitting 30. He can't do this much longer.
He's freaking 40.
Still at a 40.
I know, dude. I'm like, it never freaking ends.
Oh my gosh. And that was Brady just kept on plugging away. It was impressive.
It's like it's got to stop at some point and then keep going.
Oh, dude, he was just different.
Just another level. An absolute different level. Just incredible. I wish he came to our team.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, can we have any bones here, guys?
Right. Like I would be more than happy to get that pity Super Bowl. I have no problem with that. We almost had it with Favre. Almost.
I was gonna say y'all had Brett Favre, which I mean,
Dan Bountygate.
And that was one time I went to Minnesota. I got the jersey at home.
He was a bright star. I mean, he was a bright star for sure that came to y'all.
He threw his best. He threw his best numbers that year. I'm always gonna go for it.
Dan Nollins.
Yep.
Nah.
Dang Nollins.
Now, I have a QB related topic, but this one actually made me upset.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm pretty sure it's Pat McAfee that I saw this on.
Would make sense.
Yeah. There was, and I need to look it up now.
Okay.
There was a college team that lined up for a punt, snapped the ball. The quarterback looked the same as the punter and had the same number on.
I saw this, yeah.
So they didn't know it was not a punter. And, it was USC.
Yeah.
So it was USC, I don't know who they were playing. Northwestern.
No, I saw this, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even their starting quarterback. They put in a third-string quarterback with the same number to intentionally run a trick play. And apparently this is okay by the rules. You can't have players with the same number.
No, yeah. Okay? How is this okay?
You should not have players with the same number.
I thought that was the whole point of submitting your roster before the game.
Yes. So
wait, okay, let me get this straight. So he didn't just put on the kicker's jersey.
No.
He had the same number.
So as far as college football goes, I don't know the NFL. I mean, I'm not the rule book guy, but because I looked it up. So the NCAA rule is that two players of the same position
cannot have
the same number. But because he's listed as a quarterback and the other guy's a punter, my argument is that, okay, sure, but when you line up behind the ball, punter, quarterback, literally the same spot on the field.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I feel like they have to outlaw this next year because this is ridiculous. Now, I don't think it happens often.
No, I don't. Has it ever happened before?
No. And to the point, I think in NFL it can't happen at all because remember that's the whole argument of whenever players come to another team, they have to they want to pay somebody to hey I'll pay you $50,000 for your number, and some of them will do some don't.
This has come out since, which I did not hear this. They submitted that change. That has not always been his number.
Oh.
They submitted a number change request. Nobody really noticed.
So they were just waiting for the right opportunity?
Then the NCAA came out and said after the game they should have been assessed a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct because they didn't.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Technically, it is not against the rules.
I don't like that.
It's got to be changed.
I don't like that at all.
This is ridiculous. Funny, haha.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you're a USC fan, you're like, I got one.
That's like Leatherheads type of sporting.
It is.
That's like old 20s style football.
Oh my god, I was so infuriated. I told y'all I don't have anything to comment on this. Like I don't use
That's
literally the same kind of thought of you've seen Leatherheads, right?
Yeah.
Where at the very end they're playing muddy football.
Yeah.
And he gets his jersey gets muddy and he starts lining up on the other side of the field and they're like shh. And then he, ends up they end up winning, but that's that kind of football.
Dude, it's so weird, and it's such an odd thing for the coach to do. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, props to him for finding the hole.
I mean, he found a loophole.
So did they make that swap before this game? Because you said they
when did they
change?
Yeah, when did they submit the change before? Before the
game.
Because
the change was before the season. Then they were waiting for this.
No. They put the change in this season.
Okay, so pre-game type of.
It must have been a few weeks ago.
Okay, so just in anticipation, they must have just
waiting for the moment.
It probably was just in a coaching room. They're like, hey,
guys, we have a chance to really catch one of their nose here. That's interesting.
I mean, I guess find a loophole, exploit it.
Yeah,
but that's one of those.
Oh no, it was this week. Oh, that's hilarious.
There you go then.
Okay.
All right, so that
they
makes
planned
sense.
on it. They were hoping for this.
That makes a lot of sense then.
Who did play?
Is just Northwestern.
Okay.
I wonder if that's a big.
I thought the same thing. Is this like a?
Because
I don't follow USC. I don't care.
Because it just seems like if it's not a rival, then what's the point of doing it?
What's the point? Yeah, it's just such an odd choice.
I think it's just
something
to be able to do to pull out of your pocket, I guess, at that point.
Because there's a whole compilation video on YouTube.
But at that point, do it during a bowl game or something.
Yeah, unless this would
bowl season is coming up in very short time.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
Wait for that
odd choice from the staff. Yeah, and I say the staff side because as a coach, you're like, okay, funny joke. Yeah, you want to change to 80? I get it.
I just don't see the reason behind it.
I mean, it's
from the punt. They got a first down.
I mean, it's kind of the same exploitation Belichick did, where he got the delay of game on purpose, because he iced the game, ran it down, got the delay of game in another one, and then afterwards they said, all right, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
But it's it's one of the things that could only work once.
Yeah. So hopefully that's the case. I was a little infuriated because I was like, this is the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
Because again, from the coaching perspective, is okay, I could get away with this, but why? Why do I do this?
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
And it seems like there's nothing on the line. Like,
No.
I'm not even saying it'd make it to where like I go.
Well, they got the
yeah,
score
I would
though,
do it.
right? They scored, right? Or they got the first down?
I think they got a first down from the
So
play.
I guess it's worth it in that sense. I guess I don't know when it was during the game, but it.
Yeah, and they went on to win by 20, so I mean...
Yeah.
They did that and won by 20?
Yeah.
So again,
My
it
gosh.
depends on when in the game they did it.
They did, like,
Because
the
it's
first
the
30
same kind of thing
Yeah,
of like
he got the
when-
first down, and then they scored a tie-breaking touchdown on that drive.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
And then they went on to get another
All
touchdown.
right, so
they were
I would
fine after
say
that
it was
point.
worth it at that point for context of the
Yeah.
game. Because it's the same kind of thing of like it's just knowing the rule book. Because
For sure.
like you've seen those clips of like high IQ plays where
Right.
the punt happens and then
Yes.
the kicker grabs the ball, steps out of bounds, then grabs the ball because technically
Yes.
the ball is out of bounds.
There is
kind of
that.
thing.
It's just such an odd one. It's
Yeah.
just an odd
Well,
duck.
like I'm in this weird mix of like both of you, where it's like I think if like, hey, you didn't. The rule book's there. It's
Yeah.
there for
Yeah.
a reason. I found the loophole. I exploited it.
Right.
But also, it seems like such a weird game to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
Like I feel like
They
there was
must hate each other.
It has to be a rival, or
Yeah.
like if it was like the winner of this game makes the bowl game, or, you know,
Just
like
maybe.
I just don't see
Yeah.
why this game
Yeah.
to exploit the rules because now everyone's aware of it.
Yeah.
And most likely, it's either going to be changed or
It's like the
people at least.
It's also like the dude from NASCAR that hit the round on the last corner. He goes all the way to the outside, floors it, and then
Yeah.
ends up getting to the
that was
makes
awesome.
the pole position.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Because he needed to. I think the context of that one was he was just outside of where he needed to be to qualify for the next race, and he was like, I need to do something desperate.
Yes.
Makes it and qualifies.
That radio is legendary. He said, I'm putting it on the floor, and I'm going to see a checkered flag or Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
Yeah,
right.
and then
That's it,
immediately
boy.
guns it. It was
Just-
awesome.
Hey, that
Gong.
point, that's your
Just
score, man.
awesome.
Go for it.
Oh, dude. Well,
You know,
yeah,
ride
and
or
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
might as well. But no, I think it's really interesting.
That's
Yeah,
fascinating.
Yeah.
it's something that probably will never happen again at
Yeah.
this point. Because I guarantee there's an NCAA governor's meeting or whatever they call
Oh, for
it.
sure.
They'd be like, guys,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
We
who
let this
overlooked
slip
this
through
one?
here. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So
if they're both zero, we could make one of them double zero.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just never happened before.
And
Yeah.
how about this? There's no rivalry. This is the first time they've played in 25 years.
Then what was the point?
I have no clue.
Because
I just don't
he
understand.
must.
he could.
He,
Yeah, I
he really probably just
Simple
thought
as
it
that.
was
Isn't
no
that crazy?
biggie.
Yeah.
He could do it.
Because
Like,
he could.
You're just
Yeah.
like, guys, we're gonna do a really insane in
Yeah.
the book, under the book, behind the book.
How do you
play
even like as a
for no
coach
reason.
you just approach the guys like, hey, we got a plan for you.
Where are your zero?
Hear me out.
yeah, exactly.
You haven't and won't take another snap
Right.
at all while you play on this team.
Let's be honest. Your third string, first and second string are doing great.
Yeah.
You want play time? We'll give you play time.
Well, you can get one snap of every
just
5
like-
years at this point.
I'm just like, if you're, because like I don't know, and maybe it's just one of those like I'm overthinking it. Like it's
Yeah.
just like they just
Yeah.
wanted to win the game.
No,
They just wanted to
I'm
win the
like,
game, maybe.
my
Simple as
brain
that.
just like, bro, use that in your wheelhouse
Simple
in
as
a
that.
bowl. Like do it for a championship.
Oh, that would
Right.
be good. That would
Do
be
it
Dude,
for
good.
that
something
one-
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, they
Not some
get a
random game on Tuesday.
real stink over that. Maybe that's it though too. It's like you think that during a bowl game, if they tried to pull that, there'd be people pissed.
Oh, dude, they're out
Just
of the
royally
Pac-10, whatever they're in.
pissed,
I don't know. They're getting kicked out.
Kick him out of the league, Bob.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Oh man, well
Jeez.
that's an interesting.
That was pretty cool, though.
conundrum
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, props
Well,
on him.
Yeah,
Hey, so one time it's probably ever gonna happen again.
yeah, that's right. That's
Ride
right.
or die, baby.
All right, so you guys want to talk about the Nico Harris?
Yes,
Finally.
he's finally out there,
Finally.
man.
As of all right, is it confirmed?
It's confirmed.
It's
He's
confirmed.
been
He's been
fired.
He was
Yeah,
fired
he's-
today.
he's
I
been
I know there was the rumor of it this
So
morning.
the press release says he's been relieved of all duties at the Mavs.
All right, well he's out.
So-
then,
So let me ask you something. Like I'm as a Mavs being my home team,
Yep.
right? I go. I'm not saying I needed him to stay, but do you feel like he's a little bit of the fall guy?
100% of fall guy.
Like, because I'm not saying he needed to stay.
He is
Yeah.
a fall
But
guy
do you think he's the fall guy?
because Dumont, which is the president of basketball,
I think so.
or the owner.
Owner,
No, he's
one-
the owner.
he's the owner. He's- yeah,
he's
'cause-
like no, because the group owns it. But he's the one they've put in
face.
charge.
Yeah.
of,
He's
Of
the one that's
basketball,
always,
yeah.
He's
But
the only one you ever see.
He obviously knows nothing about basketball.
Right.
Okay? He was in a press conference and called the conference finals the championship. Okay, it's not a championship. You're not there yet. Like we're not playing for a chip.
Yep.
Wrong game. So
yeah, you're
yeah.
like, where are you right
if
now?
you are the basketball guy and you are in the presser and you call the conference finals the chip, you obviously are
You
in
don't
the wrong
know ball,
sport.
yeah.
You don't know anything. So I think people are blaming the ownership. I think it's a little unfair.
You
hire a GM to know basketball and tell you, hey, this guy, this is going to make a good team.
Right.
If I don't know, I'm rich and I don't know baskbasketball. I hire a dude who knows basketball. I take his advice. You give me bad advice, I fire you.
He never claimed to be as hands-on as your previous
owner. He said he wants to be a great cheerleader.
Yeah.
But let's face it, Dumont ain't even going into the negotiation room.
Right.
He probably doesn't even understand why the contracts are the way they are at this point. If I asked him to explain to me bird rights, he would tell me about Tweety Bird. He would have nothing to say. So, yeah, I think he did need the fall guy, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Somebody's got to take blame.
Right.
Dumont is just a dude that writes checks.
And it just helps that Nico had the bullseye on him from that whole trade.
Well,
and you could argue, obviously, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the trade and how poorly everything
100%.
Everything turned out.
He got in because of his relationship with players. Like he was a players guy because he worked on the agent side of things. But also on the conspiracy side of things, I'm kind of enjoying this. Nico is getting dragged through the mud. They are intentionally dragging him through the mud, which is the same thing that Nico did to Luka. So you know what? Fair comeuppance.
Yeah.
Right? You want to play dirty.
That's true. Nico did drag Luka pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently Monday is what's his face? Nico's day off.
Ha.
The presser got leaked, or the meeting and the firing got leaked Monday night, which for the camera was last night.
Yeah.
He was on his day off, and he knew his execution date was in the morning.
Oh, that would suck.
I just imagine the presser comes out, and then his phone goes off, Teams invitation, 10 a.m., morning meeting. Come on.
Oof.
Come on.
Well, dude, and Luka found out like real late in the night, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I bet Luka threw a party.
Well, I mean, like for when he got traded, didn't he find out? Like, I think he said he was like,
it was like a text or something like that. It was literally,
random.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Is he a fall guy? Yeah, probably.
100%.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. Because
he didn't do himself. He did not do himself any favors.
I don't think Dumont could have even put together the Luka trade, so I can't even blame him. He's like innocent by ignorance.
But Nico, the way he handled it, did not do himself any favors from start to finish. From as soon as he got in here and started messing with Luka. Like, what was it even from? Was it 2 years ago when he grabbed the beer out of his hand?
That was Michael Finley, but Nico was the one who was commenting about it.
Upon Nico's orders.
He was commenting about it in the media, and it's like, dude, okay, do I believe that Luka was going to get in shape for Nico in this team? No, absolutely not.
But
obviously, this is like, the rom-com trope.
Yeah.
The fat, ugly husband, right? The wife leaves him. And he's like, man, I gotta get it. And then he goes to his second, and he's like in shape and everything.
His midlife crisis.
His midlife crisis. All right, the Lakers are his midlife crisis.
Honestly, yeah.
Not by his choice, but by
and he's putting up some record numbers.
Do we have remorse that he didn't do that for us? For sure, but it is what it is.
Right.
I don't think he would have done it for the Mavs. I think
he would have had. Let's just say.
We went to the finals. You can't ask for more.
I still think it probably would have been close, where it's like he probably would have shaped up, and I think, I don't know.
Every year he comes back fatter.
Yeah.
So.
You can only hope Nico does something else stupid in the middle of the year for Luka to go, all right, screw you, I'm doing it anyway.
That would be cool. I just don't think the trust was there.
Yeah.
Well,
and then what is in an ironic twist of fate? AD weighed in too heavy.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best.
I was about to
we
say.
got rid of Luka for being fat and injured.
And
so we got a fat AD who's injury prone.
Dude, and there's
it's awesome.
no worse AD than a fat AD because he's still injury prone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, someone was like, damn, Texas barbecue got good eats.
Hey, listen.
They're like, no wonder Luke was fat.
We got brisket on deck, all right?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And I'm not hating on AD. I think AD is a great player. Although it sounds like I'm hating on AD.
He's okay.
But you kind of have to on a player
who's
who's
glass
cannon. Who keeps getting that injured that quickly. He was hardly in for a couple games.
He was in shape and hurt all the time.
Yes.
His fat ass doesn't need to be gaining anything because he's
young in his career. Unfortunately, he got wasted.
Yeah.
On that awful team he got stuck on because he was
the Pelicans.
It was the Pelicans, and then did he go to the? He went to somebody else before the Lakers.
It was Lakers.
Yeah, Pelicans. Lakers.
He was just.
Who am I thinking of? Oh, DeMarcus Cousins was on the Kings. The other big that got wasted early in his career.
But the Pelicans.
When he was on,
they do everybody dirty. Apparently,
the Pelicans. He was disciplined. He was a two-way player. Like he was what everybody said.
He was the face of that league.
The problem is that he spent his whole young life there. Now he's an old man trying to because he's not young. He's been in for a minute.
30, 32, 31? 32? He's just been around because I remember NBA 2K12.
Yeah.
He was on the cover, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's been around a long time.
I remember
2K12,
I
that's
remember
crazy.
He's been around a long time.
Yeah, because I remember it was at 09 or 010 was
So-
when he won NCAA.
Yeah. And then it was like shortly after
He's
that.
was-
32.
yeah.
He'll be 33 in like 4 months.
But to be fat and out of shape and hurt for 32,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
32, unfortunately, is a prime if you're in shape.
Right.
But
And
he's
again-
not in shape.
We are saying fat to be a little bit controversial.
He's fat for AD.
My man.
He's 80 fat.
You could run circles around me with both eyes blindfolded.
Well, of course.
I know that.
This is why we're the bench warmers. here.
Yes, 100%. But
We got nothing.
I can
We
only
got
imagine.
nothing.
It's like,
Yeah.
how am I commenting? Listen, by NBA standards, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't
Yeah.
say this. Nico said it. All right. He's
Yeah.
fired.
We're saying fat with a PH. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, he's
But yeah, I think scapegoat. Yeah. What's next? I'll be honest. Now I've said this pretty consistently. It's time to blow it up. I say as soon as we got rid of Luka, AD,
Just scratch everybody. and start
Clay,
young.
and Kyrie got to go.
Yeah.
Not that I dislike them. Kyrie is a killer. Clay is old.
Yeah.
AD is injured. If we could package all three and get some young talent in, I think it's worth it.
Right.
What I don't want is what people are currently talking. Because if we have Cooper, Anthony Davis, and PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, we got enough to put together a little tank squad.
But the whole point.
Cooper's trying.
But the whole point of having
he's playing a point guard.
Kyrie,
He's not a point guard.
the whole point of when you brought Kyrie and when Luka was here was to have a veteran, and that's what got you. One of the reasons why it got
100%.
you to that.
Hey, man.
But I don't think that, to be fair to Kyrie, we're not going anywhere near
No, not
the
anymore.
championship.
No, gosh, not anymore.
And
Not anytime soon.
beyond being fair to Kyrie, because you have to be fair to the team.
Yeah.
I think his value is only shrinking. We can get enough for him now to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
If we wait another year and he goes through because think about it, he's coming off a major injury.
Yeah.
His trade value is already an all-time low.
Yeah.
Package him with AD as soon as AD's healthy. Like the moment AD becomes healthy, he's on the block.
I would 100% trade AD and Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I get a little,
I'd say keep. You have to have at least one veteran at some point.
well, that's why I think Kyrie's the one you keep because, yes, he's old and his value's down, which means you have nothing really to. There's more value in the other two, even Clay being old and hurt.
Yeah.
Like there's more value there because of his history, and then you have AD, who I think someone could use him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kyrie is the one where I think most look at any teams even these young teams who are kind
Yeah.
of stinky have
Right.
a good point guard system.
100%.
Yeah, that's true.
And you
yeah.
could use
And you
Kyrie
guys- yeah,
as
you
that
need
because
that
he's a
point
good
guard
leader.
still. Yeah.
Now, he may not be the scorer you need anymore.
Yes.
No.
But he would be a good
And I
facilitator
can-
and
yeah.
someone for
I
Cooper
can
or
see
whatever.
that. I'll be
I
honest.
do agree with you though, dude.
I would rather get like a mid-level point guard because veteran to them, we can get veterans in. That's fine.
That's
we
true.
can hire a veteran
Yeah,
on a
there's
vet
veterans
minimum.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's no big deal. Like I mean, really consider like look at San Antonio. They get
Dude.
rid of everybody. They
Yeah.
got rid of Derek White. They get rid of everybody,
everybody.
and
They're
they
doing
bring
this moment
in
right now.
for.
The
We're
young
trying
talent,
to retool,
yeah.
retool,
Well, and what
retool.
Boston did at first. Like
Boston-
10,
Brad
10,
Stevens
15 years ago was a
is-
completely different team.
Yeah.
And
goated
people
for
were I was freaking out when they erased the whole team. I'm like, who
Right.
the hell's Jared
Kyrie,
Sullinger?
yeah,
But
Kyrie
that's
himself.
where you got to get real lucky, and that's like Celtics got real lucky on the drafts,
Yep.
real lucky on
Yeah.
the trade that actually paid off.
Yeah.
You know, the Spurs, same thing.
Right.
Wembanyama could have been a Taco Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause-
yeah.
No, seriously,
He could have
like,
been Chris Stapps.
Yeah,
the
dude,
first,
a tall
the
guy,
first 10
just
years
like-
of his career.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Stapps was 7'3", supposed to be able to handle, shoot, and he could. He couldn't stay healthy.
Yep.
Yeah, because like where's Taco Falls right now?
I think he's overseas, isn't he?
Exactly.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Poor
Like
guy.
he's the biggest dude in
That's what I'm saying.
China.
Yeah.
It could have been the same exact thing where it's
Yeah.
like, all right, if he didn't learn, and then now he's the greatest thing in
Yeah.
the world right now.
Because right now, look at the Mavs. Right? They're like 3-7. or
Yeah, we're
something
like
that,
3
2
and-
6, 2
yeah,
and 7.
3 and
They're-
something.
Yeah, like they're not doing great. Which
No.
Boston's not doing great either. But
No.
like Boston knows, like they at least.
Wolves.
Yeah, Minnesota's the only one that has
That's right.
any sort of fight right now.
That's right.
Like-
it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Boston-
Yeah, we're 3-8.
Okay, 3.
Let's-
Y'all are 7-4.
I think
baby.
you have nothing to lose.
Putting up huge numbers.
Because like look at your it's like look at your team. Like if we keep them, we only risk people getting more hurt.
Right.
If
Because
we
what you don't wanna
keep
be
them, you have a bad record with a new team, which
Is the
like,
Phoenix Suns or the Los Angeles Clippers, right? Where you've got these old players
Yeah.
and you're stuck with these huge contracts.
Yep.
Because that's what, like, think of the Clippers. You've got James Harden and Kawhi, which are both, I mean, in their primes, like top 2, 3, 4, 5 players, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um,
keep forgetting Harden's even around. So
yeah.
Like,
And-
honestly, I forgot.
or you've got Paul George, right? You've got all these like old players. You don't want to get stuck to those contracts. You've got, 100 and something million easily, like probably 120, 130 million in just those 3 players. That money spread out, get some picks back, get some young talent. Because if you go to a team that's wanting to win, they don't have time for a bunch of young talent.
No.
Typically.
Yeah. Some people are going to need like let's say you're Chicago.
Yeah.
You go, okay, we have a good record right now. We're like number 1 and number 2 in the East at the moment. And is it worth trading a few extra little players and maybe a couple picks for AD? And maybe that's the boost we're missing.
No.
Possibly, like, my thought is maybe an Orlando.
I could see Orlando.
You know, because they've got a lot of good talent, but they don't have. They're all young people. They might need one more piece. Like they could use an AD maybe. I don't know about AD because they got Banchero, but either way, something like that where you got this mid-level team that could really use some. Or I mean, you could go for. Honestly, I would rather see them try something than to not try something.
Oh yeah, at that point, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the same reason why even though like the season's going about what I thought it was going to. Is it over for them? No. Like for Boston, no, because it's about like my goal is to be in a top 8 position.
Right.
I know.
You're only 11
a lot of
games
people are like,
yeah.
I'm like, if a lot of people are like, well, if you're gonna be stinky, be close to the bottom for lottery.
Right, and that's what the beginning of the season is for, is to find what's going to work.
Do y'all even have y'all's picks?
Yeah, we still have some.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
we still have a couple first round, second rounds, and then we traded like.
If y'all have somebody else's picks, do the best you can. Just go off of it. Like we have nothing to lose. We should try to win because we traded all our picks away with Luka.
Yeah, like which is insane. And you got
we let Quentin Grimes go when he was scoring. He's now scoring almost 30 a game right now.
Crazy, dude. But dude, look, that's what happens.
What I don't want is for us to go for another aging star who's unhappy. I don't want Joel Embiid. I don't. Julius Randle would be a maybe for me.
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
Like Randle where he is currently is probably the best he's going to be anywhere else.
Because he, again, this is it. Because what we talked about before, he's not the sole star at that point.
He can't go be a star.
He was able to fill in. He was putting up great numbers filling in for Edwards, but now that he's that's not sustainable for him. It was awesome that he could do it in those short spurts.
I don't think for us we need a star.
No, you don't.
We've got Cooper and Derek. They are the future.
Right. And you hope to bolster that.
Najee and PJ are our vets right now because PJ's been around a minute.
Yeah,
longer than it seems.
Najee, he's a little younger, but PJ's kind of the vet for everybody. If we could bring in somebody who's not as old and not as injury prone, who can just take over a little bit, I would be okay with that. Now, I don't think y'all are open to trading. No. Actually, y'all might be able to trade Randall. He's like the most hated player on your team. I have no clue why.
See, the thing, I don't think we're.
I know he disappeared in that one game.
I think he put a little stink in some people's mouths.
But because of how he played since when Edwards was out with his hamstring injury, I think that kind of like fostered a little bit of hope. And so I think what we've heard about is like maybe getting rid of DiVincenzo or something like that, putting him a package between him.
Y'all can keep him.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to want to do that.
DiVincenzo signs with Mavs.
That's what nobody's going to want DiVincenzo, even though he's
the one
okay.
disposable, I think.
Yeah, him and Cunningham, our draft pick from a couple years ago, that's been doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a.
But we just also he hasn't had a whole lot of like playtime either. So, but those are if anybody's going to be traded, it would probably be those couple of guys over anybody else.
I could see that, and then because with Boston right now,
Rudy.
like y'all are just like a piece. I feel like y'all are on the cusp. You're literally like a piece or two away from like really doing some damage, and y'all have already done more than I think even like analysts have given them credit for.
Right. Well, because that's the thing.
So close.
And because we always have a late season push and into the playoffs. The last 2 years have been just that. Is like you get a great push and then something happens where a piece doesn't line up. To your point, it's like something is just missing. Where Ant. It doesn't do as well as he should have, or Cap didn't do as good as he should have.
And then your second or third, doesn't
step up.
When you're relying on DiVincenzo, because one of the games
that one year he had like 6 or something.
Y'all were hoping for that.
That's exactly it.
Like if Debbie doesn't score at least 15, we're screwed.
That's exactly it. And so that's exactly it. It's always been one person away from being able, and that honestly that's just been experience at that point where it's like
a couple players away.
Because we were talking about it when we were going against OKC. It's like Shai is 2 years older than Ant at that point, and that experience shows. Ant's almost there every year. You've seen that progression. He's almost, if not going to be there I hope this year.
Y'all's biggest problem as a team, I think, is just the point guard position.
Yeah, and Conley's getting old, and so we can only hope that
that all that running y'all want to do ain't working for old men.
Yeah, dude, and like Connolly.
That was the whole point of Cunningham of getting him in as a good shooting point guard.
Yep.
And so hopefully maybe this year we can do
Which
that.
I think he really could be.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Y'all could use like a Brandon Williams.
Yeah.
Which a player like that.
Yeah.
Where he comes in, will score 30 randomly.
Yeah.
But if he starts missing, he'll just pass.
But he just we need a great playmaker
now,
first and foremost.
Don't give him an inch of daylight because he's launching that thing.
What you do is you could be like, okay, we're putting a trade package together for all of our scraps for Ja. Because I know he's trying to get out of Memphis.
I've heard that's been some of the rumors of
him and like a couple picks.
So I think the package I saw was DiVincenzo, Cunningham, maybe Rudy, or draft picks.
You know what?
For Ja. Although
Mavs should get in on this Ja because we do Kyrie. We can figure something
out.
If
you have a star who's bitter and isn't trying his fullest.
Yeah, I would love to have Ja Morant at that point. But then I think, was it Shaq or was it KD? Somebody tweeted out in response to something like that. It's like, all right, then the things that you need to keep away from are baby mamas and guns.
Yeah. We all would need that.
Yeah, you would get Ja, and then somehow Ant gets in the gang violence the next day.
At that point, he's getting another baby mama.
Yeah.
But I think right now, if you're looking for a young star who has potential, Ja trade is probably for someone like a Mavs. Which
I think that would benefit both teams
to try to go for a Mavs.
I'd do it because then you have Ja, Cooper, and Derek lined up.
Yeah.
You got PJ filling in.
Our teams are very similar in the fact that we have two aging point guards that have super great experience, but are no longer the players that they were. But still have a little bit of trade value there.
100%.
And for the short term, both markets can use a boost.
Yes.
Because you go like if you're Minnesota, you go okay like trade a few people, get Ja, that'll increase. That's another star for us to have.
Yep.
You get if you look at it from the Memphis standpoint, you go. Okay, short term, we're getting Kyrie, we're getting AD, and let's say we're also getting Clay, right?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
You get,
that would be a wild
you get all
trade.
three. Let's say you get all three.
Sure. That's the trade that would kind of have to happen.
Three for one or 2 for one, and some picks.
Yeah, we'll get some picks.
Then you say you do that.
Back up.
Then you if you're Memphis short term, you go okay, we have some stars.
Right.
Yeah.
So our ticket sales are fine.
Yeah.
And then we just got to.
And then you hope that those draft picks pay off.
Exactly. Yep. And then if you're Dallas, you go okay, yes, we're getting rid of these stars. But they're injury prone, they're fat, they love brisket. Then you get Ja, who's his biggest problem is he going to not throw gang signs and stuff warfare.
Exactly.
But he's in Texas, baby. We don't care. Get your guns. Let's
go. We might actually encourage that behavior.
You're safe here, boy. Come on.
You want to bring a gun to practice? By all means. The rest of us are too.
So it might be fine bringing him here, man. So who knows?
That's going to be the next stadium's going to have a gun range.
Yeah.
Right.
Ja corner, and it's just like a whole gun range. And then with Boston, I go right now. I want the reason why I want Boston to win, obviously, besides being my favorite team, is just so it makes it interesting to watch 82 games at the end of the season. The season just started.
Yeah.
But we don't have our star. We lost a lot of our defensive people. We lost a big chunk of our championship core. I enjoy our team we currently have, and we're also a few pieces away from being at least good again.
Right.
And being just shy of 500 at this point with all of that going against you.
And we're not as bad as some of the stinkers. It's just if we can stay in the top 8, we get Tatum back, maybe we make a couple. I think I'm not worried about the IQ of Brad Stevens like a Nico.
No, yeah.
Brad is going to go in there, and he's proven himself over the past 10 years. He can build a team.
He's bought it.
So I know right now he's at home or wherever he is, looking at trade deadlines, looking at a year from now.
He's got everybody's trust.
Yeah.
If he comes in, he's like, I'm going to trade this guy. You're like, oh.
And similarly, that's why I'm happy over the new Minnesota ownership too, because we've got A-Rod, who knows something, at least about competitiveness.
Yeah, for sure.
Knows how to put together a good, just good vibe as far as environment.
Kevin Garnett not part of y'all's
He wanted to be, so that's why he was ousted. That's why he never went back to Minnesota because he wanted in on ownership, and they shot him down.
But I can't believe they did. He would be the best. 100%.
Well,
person.
So now
nobody's giving a tour like Kevin Garnett.
Now that A-Rod's back, I'm pretty sure that's going to give the signal for Garnett to come back and actually have influence.
Nobody would be
amazing. That would be. I would love nothing more than to see Garnett and A-Rod in the building at the same time.
For sure.
Well, I also think it's because he's a little too honest. I think it's because
Garnett.
I think they get scared.
He needs somebody to
he's
temper.
too honest.
Yeah.
And in the way he's honest, because I've watched his podcast
he's very blunt.
before, his own stuff, and he's just so blunt.
So
I'm like, which isn't a
at least he's intelligent and blunt instead of Patrick. Was it Patrick Bev? where he's been having some wild takes lately.
Hey, listen,
oh gosh,
shout
it's
out
been
Pat.
funny.
I love it.
Oh, he's embarrassing himself, and it's hilarious.
Oh no, he's so good. I love Pat.
Pat
is funny.
He always reminds me of.
Are you sure Pat is pretty good? Are you thinking of Gilbert Arenas?
No. Pat Bev. He was just talking with
Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole take on like. Provided this is already controversial.
Oh, the WNBA?
The WNBA.
Oh, yeah.
If his high school team could
That was Jason Williams saying that.
Yeah.
Pat was saying the opposite.
Yeah, but Pat was not making good points, though.
Well, maybe. That may be true.
Provided both of them were talking straight out their asses.
They were talking
But
Jason Williams like, do you know who we are? Now, I'm going to be honest.
That was the team that had Randy Moss on his high school basketball
team.
Arguably one of the greatest overall athletes of all time.
They might have won because their team was crazy. I think out of that, one of their 10, they had 10 players, one was NFL, 2 were NBA, and one of them ended up being a coach somewhere.
Something like that.
Something like that. So
that was
just on that alone.
High IQ.
Yeah.
Team.
Yeah.
Like just in general.
Yeah. Sheer athleticism is just incredible.
There's
Which
people
is
who
so
understand sports. And it's wild when you look back when you go like, so-and-so played with this person in school. And you're like, how did this team have such a high rate of success?
Right.
It's so crazy, like because they always talk about how hard it is.
Well, it's putting
it's
putting the focus on the right things and having that level of standard over many years.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then it's like, all right, you want to move to where your child thinks has the opportunity to do it, and then they get the right environment to bolster their already natural athleticism at that point.
Well, especially
and it just building on top of each other.
At those ages, you want to be like, you want to go thank the parents.
Yeah.
Whoever was your guardian leadership. Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Was it both? Was it your aunt?
Yeah.
Whoever was like,
whoever got you there.
And then also that school system.
Yes.
Because like,
100%.
for there to be that much success rate in some of these schools, I'm like, y'all are doing it right.
They had some good coaches in them for sure.
Like, that's wild.
And then you have the opposite. Then you have Nick Young. Are y'all familiar with how Nick Young started his basketball?
No, I didn't.
Nick Young is a big boy. Nick Young like 6'9".
Okay.
So obviously, everybody asked him if he played basketball. From what I understand, he was too lazy to try out for the team.
Oh no.
Got all the way to sophomore or junior year, and just couldn't be bothered. But he's 6'9". He plays, like outside. He plays.
He's naturally good at it.
He's just a natural athlete.
Yeah.
And then, from what I understand, he decided to start playing so he could look cool or something like that.
Oh, my gosh.
He starts just dropping 60 and 70 in games. Gets a scholarship. He's just like, I never did nothing. I show up to practice. Just kind of float through life on natural ability and athleticism.
Wow.
And dude was like, he wasn't the best starter, but still, he was an NBA starter. He did go on to get a ring.
Yeah, I was like, he has a ring.
He has a ring.
Wow.
That's
which
amazing,
is crazy.
Dude.
Just by doing the bare minimum.
And he doesn't care. He's like, whatever, man.
He literally doesn't care.
Wow.
I'll be honest, he's my favorite just because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like...
The lack of care to equivalent into success is so funny.
Right.
Like, because you get so many people who do care and they never touch a championship.
Right.
Like
some of the hardest working people,
Kenyon Martin, right? Kenyon Martin's on the podcast with him. Dude, Kenyon Martin was like a dog. He played with some trash players. He fought to get to the finals, and then he lost to like... Who did he lose to? Was it like the Bad Boy Pistons or something?
I don't remember.
It was like some really hard team.
Right.
He went 2 times and lost to him both times. Oh. And it's rough. Like one time he got swept.
Oof.
And
but that Pistons team was no joke, though, if that's who it was.
Whoever it was like, they were just so good. And it was like, there's nothing you do. They had 5, you got 1. That's what it is. And
like when LeBron got swept.
Yeah, every time Nick talks to him, he says, as a champion, you wouldn't know anything about that. And it's like, Kenyon, because Kenyon worked and tried and led a team in every category to get there.
It's the same thing with
Nick's like
Shaq versus Chuck. Where
it's exactly that.
Where Shaq had the same thought, whereas he was just a big dude and he knew he could run over everybody.
Yeah.
That's why championships is such a pain.
Chuck is a hard worker, maybe not as hard as.
He was a hard worker.
No, but yeah, comparatively.
Chuck was crazy.
But compared to Shaq or something who just had that natural just.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Is it's just like Now I will say best interactions ever because he does.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is he doesn't care so much. He doesn't even care when people get mad at it. He just
whatever.
Oh, that's wonderful,
dude. It's so good.
So as of now, we got Boston at 5-6. We got Minnesota 7-4, and then, like you just said, Dallas 3-8.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of basketball left, but I'm just kind of like, I just wouldn't want to like. Boring seasons of any sport. That's why I get so pissed about the Cowboys because it's like, for the most part, our seasons are okay. But like, when they have stinker seasons, I'm like, this is just long. drawn out.
Well,
so I couldn't be a Titans fan because I'm like, oh my
gosh.
Like, can you imagine?
And so that's where I've been happy with at least watching the Timberwolves and seeing the highlights because we've been putting up some huge numbers, from originally your point from a couple weeks ago, where it's like every game has been hundreds of points at this point. Like the Timberwolves so far, their lowest scoring game, quote unquote, was last night, 120
which is crazy.
to 113 from the Jazz.
Gracious.
Crazy.
Like, they scored 144.
Inflation is killing everything.
2 days ago.
Scores are going up, prices are going up.
But at the same time, their defense has been great because we scored 137 against the Jazz.
Yeah.
So they're 97.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, some pretty solid win margins.
Now, I will say the Mavs, the one thing that I do enjoy is we're not getting blown out. We haven't been blown out yet.
No.
Right? Knock on wood. But, like, our biggest point differential was 12 points. That was the first game of the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then think about it. We're not playing.
The wins look good.
We're not playing with anybody. Like, no Kyrie, no AD. Like, we got the ghost of Klay Thompson. I mean, we lost by 8 points. That's kind of high. 2 points. Our biggest was 14. Okay, maybe it's been a bad season. 2 points, 6 points. So it's not like we're getting blown out by 20 or 30, right? I mean, there's other teams.
You're not blowing anybody else out, but
no.
The 3 wins that you have.
Yeah.
Well, and Mavs are, I mean, they're literally like, again, and I know we're going to say this a lot, but it's like, we're so early into the season, they're only 3 games behind an 8th seed.
Yeah.
So if they just find their groove, or maybe
Right.
that's when it's Kyrie comes back, or what that looks like.
See what pieces line up,
You just have to, like, put duct tape on the cut right
That's
now.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
You literally just have to, like, be good enough that when you finally get a lineup that works, you don't embarrass yourself. Like, because if you can at least
just
make
keep
yourself
your
look
head
healthy,
above water,
like, Because that's why I'm like, it's not completely out yet.
Right.
It's
No, it's definitely
it's
not.
Just the problem is, like, for Mavs fans, you had the way last season went, leading into a horrible start.
Oh yeah.
So that's why right now the Fire Nico chant started back instantly, and you're like. Nico's just like, I thought this was gonna go away, and it was like game 2, and he's
like, go away
and you're
because
like,
he got fired.
Yeah, you're like, oh my.
I hope he sells his house in Dallas. I hope he just leaves.
He's gonna get out of Dodge so fast.
Oh, I can't wait for it, dude.
Dude,
I'm throwing a party when he's finally
just
gone.
getting run out on a rail.
Gosh,
Man,
can't stand him.
Yeah. Well, Boston's playing right now. They're up 82-75 against 76ers. So
ooh, there you go.
9 minutes left. We're notorious for blowing it in the last 3 minutes. So
yeah, we have the night off. We have the rest of the week off. We're playing back on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we had back-to-back games Sunday, or almost back-to-back. We went Friday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
For T-Wolves. So we've had a long stretch. We think away games too. So
the next,
we have a good schedule coming up. We've got Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers.
Okay.
We have 3 games where we can kind of like try to figure something out.
Kings but then we got Nuggets and we play you guys.
Y'all are our 4th game.
That's right.
Y'all better watch out.
Is that here? Is that going to be here or in Minnesota?
I think it's at Minnesota.
if it's in Minnesota, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I believe that said it was Minnesota.
Dude, did you see the any of the pictures of the Timberwolves game? The floor had this bright yellow.
Yes.
Like really cool looking, but it was so bright that you could see the reflection of the color on the players.
Yeah.
And they're like,
just
why does
from
the
the
ant
shot.
look so like as jaundice?
Yeah.
Like, why does it look like this?
But like I think that they're finally listening to some of like the feedback and just make some of the things look more interesting.
What's so funny is here's what I imagine, right? I think they announced on the contrary, but this is just how I imagine it. They're gonna go like, guys, home game every now and then, yellow court, and they're still not going to do just a championship trophy in the finals.
They announced they're going to this year. Yeah,
that's all. Like I think they. I was like, I think they announced otherwise.
They did. Yes.
How hard is it to just put a freaking trophy in the middle
of
the court?
Just slap a sticker down. That's all we're asking.
I'm like, guys, because my biggest problem with last season, and I know we've talked about it a million times, but this last finals didn't feel like
just
a finals.
So boring.
Yeah.
It was 2 teams no one cared about with no championship oomph.
Right.
Like, there was
if
no
Tyrese stayed in,
excitement.
I was hyped.
Yeah.
I know people weren't hyped. I was hyped.
No, but like for overall though, like we're basketball fans overall. But like if you go like it felt like a scrimmage, a 7-game scrimmage. It didn't feel like a championship
like if you're
series.
gonna have 2 teams that are from smaller markets, do something around the event of it to make it more.
Well, because I remember in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, like when Kobe Celtics kind of were rotating for a little bit, like it was like. They would do like reminiscent like highlight, commercials in between right before the game came back from a commercial. They're like 1995, and it shows like the Bulls dunking the championship finals.
Right.
There was just nothing that felt finally, and you're like, Why do I care then? Yeah. If you don't care, why do I care?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't care to slap a sticker, show highlights, then why do I care?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. So we'll see. But I'm glad they're showing some effort. I was like, at least they're trying.
Yeah.
They're
starting to put something into it. Yeah. Slightly different news, different sport. Have you checked up on the YouTube golf front? The Internet Invitational has been. It's been pretty cool.
I've sort of kept up with it. I haven't really watched.
I've been watching a lot of them. It's a lot of fun.
I've seen a lot of clips, but I haven't seen.
So it's just some is it like pro golfers or is it like
no?
internet
So
golfers?
let me pull up the roster. So it is.
Call them semi-pros.
Semi-pros.
A lot. So it's the biggest. It's the biggest golfers from the YouTube. I think it's hosted combo of Barstool Sports. Is like the main money behind it. They have a lot of other sponsors as well as Bob Does Sports as well.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Bob Does Sports. So they both are the two main presenters for it. But they're trying to make this a yearly thing. So they're hosting it at the Bass Pro Shops headquarters out in Missouri. It's gorgeous out there.
Okay.
So they have Wesley Bryan, who was a former PGA player. Garrett Clark, he's from Good. Who's based here in Dallas.
Okay.
Robbie Berger, who's
Bob Does
Sports. He's the main he's the Bob from.
He's
the Bob. Riggs from Barstool. Rick Shields.
There you go.
Rick Shields is the original. Well, he's a PGA, but he was the original YouTube golf guy. He was doing it back in 2018, 2019.
Yeah, he started on instructional.
Yeah, instructional stuff, and then started doing weird clubs, that whole thing. So, J.R. Smith was supposed to do it.
Hey, there you go.
But
he's playing college golf right now.
Yeah, but so he wasn't. He didn't actually make it. So this is kind of cool. He got not axed from it. He didn't make the intro for it. So he was just all right, scratch it, just put me out as a loss. They actually got one of the employees from Bass Pro Shop, of the golf course there, to fill in. And so it was one of the girls who works the big events. And so they were talking to other people hey, do you have any people that golf here? And they're yeah, her. I think her name is Lacey Snells. And they're yeah, she plays golf or whatever. And so Dave Portnoy just goes over and goes, hey, just completely off the cuff, hey, here you play golf, would you be interested in, joining? And she's what? He's yeah. It's what do you shoot? She's oh, I'm a 5 or 6 handicap. Really? All right, that's awesome. He goes to the main owner of things would this be a conflict of interest with you? Would you be cool with her, participating? He's yeah, absolutely. And so he's all right, since J.R. Smith isn't going to make it, we have, boom, Lacey Snell. She was in the event, too.
Well, she just got a career.
Yeah, I was saying, there you go.
And
that's
so,
Now just do a TikTok and Instagram.
And you're chilling.
And so,
let's see here, who else there? They had Andrew Santino, comedian Andrew Santino.
That's so funny.
Let's see here, other big names Fat Perez from Bob Does Sports. Frankie Borelli, Peter Finch, Nade Shot was in there, Grant Horvat, Trent Ryan, Paige Spiranek. Let's see here. Oh, they had Rod. What was his name? We were just talking about him.
Which one?
Rod Tidwell?
No, John Gruden. That's who it was.
Yeah.
John Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden was on there. For a little bit.
Did he play or was he just
played.
Commentator?
Dude, he had one of the best. So there was also another Luke Kwan was so he was
professional technically.
he was the professional at one point. But so they had an interesting interaction. So literally the first day of the tournament, Luke Kwan sleeps in past his tee time. Everyone's pissed at him.
Well, because
they're doing team events.
It was a team,
and so they
had to play a player down. It was a doubles.
Yeah.
So
they were counting because they had paired like Luke Kwan. You're a professional. We'll pair you up with one of our worst guys because you're going to even out his play. So he misses his tee time. Everyone is pissed at him because that's supposed to be a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
So there, the entire first match is just everyone pissed at him because obviously he's screwing up with the team at that point.
That sucks.
So everyone was counting on Luke Kwan to do something big, and so in between lunch in their lunch section between the morning tee times and the afternoon tee times, John Gruden. Who was on Luke Kwan's team, everyone's pissed at him, talking about it. I can't believe Luke Kwan. And then John Gruden comes in and gives them this coach talk of all right, you're pissed. Only a couple things you can do when you're pissed. Either pissed and stay pissed, for the wrong reason or stay pissed and come back and do it right. Luke Kwan, you screwed us over today, but we're done talking about that. You're going to come help us dig this out of this hole. Like, give him this huge pep talk. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And, like, started, like, really amping it up.
Did they win?
No.
Oh. Turns out this isn't a movie.
No.
He broke his ankle walking down the stairs right after that.
So they almost did. They almost did actually come back, but because the hole that the hole that they dug themselves in for that first. Yeah. Honestly, it came down to if Luke Kwan had shown up for the match, they probably would have come out even or as close to even as you could have been not winning.
Even better than this is then the PGA Tour puts together Luke Kwan highlights and posts it as a part of it. And then even better than that, ESPN dug up an article from 2015.
Yeah, for when he was back in college.
He was an OU Sooner, right?
Yep.
And he would miss practices. He got put on suspension because he was missing so many practices.
Because he was sleeping
in. Shit. So it's been a problem for a long time.
Yeah. Been a thing.
And I think that what made it the worst, that everyone was truly pissed at him, it was not like he, like, when he got woke up and he was, oh crap, I gotta go, and then running out the door. He was like, oh man, I wish I could have woke up, and he was putting his pants on, walking out, and everyone's like, dude, where were you? He was like, I wish I would have woken up, man. What is what it is.
That sucks.
And like he was super nonchalant about it.
He's got the Nick Young mentality.
Yeah, he's like,
what it is, man. I'm good at golf.
But it's been like super entertaining going forward from all of this because it's like,
pretty cool,
because they have all of these YouTube golfers that are coming in doing like really because they're all. Some of them are really crappy golfers, and some of them are like a couple of them could have still be pro at this point or compete
like Luke,
pro level.
Grant. George Bryan.
Yep. What's his face from Good Burke or
Brad Dahlke.
That's
Sean Walsh.
Yeah.
Who is a pro.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sean and Brad both have pro cards.
Yeah.
George has a pro card.
Yep.
Rick Shields has a pro card. And then
yeah.
Peter Finch.
Yeah.
Was he there?
I don't think so. Was he?
I thought I saw his face on one of the things.
He might have been.
I saw a clip of him, so I think so. Paige Franek played for the women's PGA.
Yeah, she was a former pro. That's right. So yeah, a lot of
like good players.
Yeah, and a lot
and they
of
have
real
some
trash players.
My boy Bob sucks.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Bob, go away, Bob.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's been pretty entertaining for the last little bit, seeing them like, and so every event is like, all right, one team versus another team. Whoever loses, that team gets axed. So all the playing field is immediately cut in half.
Oh, wow.
Next day, you remake the teams. One team versus another team. Everybody gets axed.
Did you see the controversy of the cameraman moving the ball?
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
I did.
I don't understand how you are, because I know Barstool shoot golf content, like foreplay is huge.
Specifically, but Barstool they were just getting other people that were there.
Maybe that's it. And did you see what happened afterwards? Mm-hmm. In golf, right, you don't touch the ball.
No.
Right? When the ball's on the floor, you don't touch the ball.
You are allowed to in certain events, like to identify a ball, but you have to put it exactly where. But people have to see it.
Yes.
Like you have to have
Usually
verification.
It's not like a dude's like, oh yeah, I found it over there.
Yeah.
And I put it back.
Yeah.
So he hits the ball like way out in the middle of nowhere into like a little
river.
It's
like a little creek.
It's just the Mississippi, right?
Yeah. But the camera guy finds the ball.
And then he picks it up and wipes the mud off of it, which is completely against the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And the golfer doesn't want a penalty because he didn't do anything. Like, he was just there.
Yeah, he's like, it wasn't me.
And so Dave can't punish the golfer, really. Like, you can't really punish the golfer for dumb
what a cameraman does.
And then Dave, you know how Portnoy is, he doesn't hold back words. Like, he's going at this golfer. And it happened to Bubby Golf, which couldn't be a nicer guy.
He's such a good dude.
Dude, he's like, don't blame the camera. He's just trying to help. He want to make sure.
He's like, hey, I appreciate you. He's like going out of his way to make sure the camera guy, because Dave Portnoy was being a dick.
Oh, it was awesome.
Just an absolute.
The camera guy does not help himself at all. Gets in the cart, runs over a wooden fence and breaks the fence with the cart.
Yes, what the hell?
And then his cart gets stuck or something, or he just is like in shock, I guess.
What happened here?
And he can't even tell Dave why he did it. He's like, I was looking at my phone. It's like,
what in the world?
It's so bad.
Wait for Dave to drive off before he does that.
Poor guy.
Because you know Dave doesn't care about the money, but it's like, dude, you just moved and now you want to break the fence? Like,
yeah.
I do have a bad day for somebody.
I do have to say the one thing. It's like Dave Portnoy, entertaining dude, worst person possible to be leading a golf event because he knows nothing about golf. absolutely nothing.
But he knows everything about entertainment.
Yeah, oh yeah. So
his reality television, top notch.
So that's
like
the thing.
notch.
So that's part of the.
reviews?
So that's part of. So that's part of why like this whole thing's been crazy because they're playing for like I think after all of the $1.7 million. So
that's a lot of money.
So first place, the team it's a 3-person team that'll eventually win. They split $1 million. But as far as like they had extra money going on for different like skin events going on, that was another. So again, 1.7.
They played one. It was like $1,000 a hole.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, for every no, it was $4,000 a hole.
Was it $4,000?
It's $4,000.
I've watched this whole thing in 7-second clips on Instagram.
Yeah, okay, so I watched all of it. It's awesome.
I know you said watch the whole video.
At the end of 2 of the different matches, Dave Portnoy to put some money on it. They're like, hey, so your team technically has won. If you'd like to go one more hole and try to double down on it, I'll give you $100,000. I'll give you two, this team, whoever wins, $100,000 if you replay the hole. But first team said no because their team obviously had just won. They didn't want to risk it because they weren't the greatest team either. Bubby, so later that was a big conversation afterwards. Yeah. They're like, would you do it? Some guys were like, of course I do. It's $100,000. If I'm playing good, I'll do it for $100,000.
Yeah, Micah Morris was like that, right?
Yeah. It's like, why would you not do it for $100,000 and the potential of still winning and keeping on going?
Yeah.
And Bubby just straight up said, no, it's for the team. They're like, but you're not going to be teammates again. But I'm teammates now. Like, if I do anything to screw over my teammates now, I couldn't live with myself. I would consider that like on me if I did something and screwed it up. I don't care about the winning potential. And so that was the day before. The next day, he's put in that position. Like you couldn't have like planned it better.
Yeah.
He gets put in that position where he was the last point that was needed to be made.
No.
They win. Portnoy goes, all right, you said something earlier. $250,000 to the two of you if you win. And Bubby still goes, no.
Oh.
$250,000.
Dude, that's crazy.
Just straight cash.
It
doesn't even think about it either. No. He just like he looks at it. No.
I gotta
immediately.
Say, I side with Micah on this one because but the difference is Micah's like he tried to go pro and he was a really good college golfer. Bubby's not.
No, Bubby's a great golfer. He's one of the top third, I'd say, in that field.
He's good.
He's a good golfer.
But he's just not Brad Dahlke.
He also wasn't. He also hadn't been playing as great as he could have in those last couple holes. The drive before he like shanked it, but then his team, his teammate actually got him out of trouble and whatnot.
Typical
which is great.
Bubby fashion. Bubby he can hit it a mile, but every now and then it's gonna go into the course next door.
Yeah. But it was really cool though to see that kind of like $250,000.
Stuck his guns.
Great production. But
reality golf is what I would call it, but it's fun.
But the fact that it's like you finally see like, all right, what do real players look like who are actually like entertainers too? Yeah. So you get that kind of comparison.
That's the difference between that and like Live, because Live is still more entertainment than PGA.
Yeah. But it's still professionals.
Is still professionals who don't understand camera work.
Yeah.
This is like
people. It's their jobs.
Like a bunch of like stand-up, like not stand-up, like improv guys.
Danny Santino, actual stand-up comedian.
He is a but a lot of them are
entertainers.
So comfortable being in front of camera, and just the point is just to keep progressing the camera stuff.
Yeah.
So they're really happy to just keep it on trucking, no matter what happens. They're good with it.
Yeah.
They're not like, Scheffler. Like, something crazy will happen, Scheffler just like...
But see, that's also the thing where it's like, all right, professional golfer, you expect them to make the shot.
Yeah.
You expect almost perfection every single shot where it's like, all right, they've got a wild shot that they have to make. All right, 9 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times, they'll do it.
There's some good shot going on, too.
Oh, yeah. But so for here, it's like these guys are great golfers.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 out of 10 times they'll do it. You don't know if it's a 50-50 shot, if they're going to make the shot or whiff it and give the opportunity for the other team to do it. So it's been amazing to watch that kind of like unpredictability with still quality entertainment for it. It's been really fun to see.
That's interesting.
It's been great to see 7 seconds at a time.
Yeah. but that's also the thing. A lot of great clips have been coming out of it for all of these different things.
But Dave knows that. Dave knows the money.
He knows exactly where it's coming.
Yeah, 10 seconds or less.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, in the new world.
So.
Well, cool. I need to check that out.
All right.
I would definitely check out the highlights on it. And so,
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good.
So, let us know next, I guess this week, not next week. This week, football,
this week.
What do you got going on? We got more basketball. We'll see how that goes with. I'm keeping up with the Celtic game as we speak. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think that's really it.
For me. All right. Let us know. Check out your, give us your, highlights of what your sports highlights have been, what your predictions are for the rest of the season. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Bye.